Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for joining today as we go over the entire NRT Gateway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each one of the tiles that are behind your NRT Gateway and just let you know what they're all about. I'm not going to go into extensive training behind many of them. For the most part, we do have a lot of our monthly webinars that do cover the more extensive ones. For example, market reports, listing rewards, In Touch, New Panda, those are all, we have separate webinars that go directly into the information that you're going to need for those platforms. So I do want to just make sure that you all are aware of what the other tiles within your NRT Gateway are and what they can do whenever you are ready to go behind and work on them. Now, my name is Katrina DeBacco. Sorry if I didn't say that to begin. I'm the broker concierge for the company, and I currently work with all of our new agents who are associating with us. So I know that today we have some people who just affiliated with us in the last couple months, and we also have some people who are joining us who have been with us for quite some time. So I want to, again, that's goal number one, is just to get through all of our tiles, but as I go through a few of them, I am going to go in a little bit of detail of how to just make sure that your accounts are set up correctly. So for those of you who went through the broker concierge orientation, we did all of this together. And I know that you were hit by a lot of information during that time, whether it was from your managing broker, whether it was from the MLS contacting you about different needs, or signing up a CTM. There's a lot that you were hit with as soon as you onboarded. And so I just want to make sure to go back and refresh your memory on the items that we did do together so that you can know if there were any missing pieces of information that you weren't prepared to have on that day. You can go ahead and fill those in. And then especially for those of you who have been with us with Coldwell Banker for some time now, this will be a really great opportunity for you to go into your accounts and make sure that your profiles and your items are up to date. So I'm going to go ahead and pop us into the NRT Gateway. And also feel free to use our chat box that is in the bottom right corner. If you have any questions, please list anything that you might want to ask in that chat box there, and I'll be sure to answer any of your questions. I've got the screen pulled up right in front of me as well, just in case you do have anything as I go through all of these items. So first things first is this big guy here called In Touch. Well, let me back up. I should say first things first is logging into your NRT Gateway. So to begin, you all should go to nrtgateway.com. Your username is your full email address, your Colorado Homes email address, or your CBBC email address. And your password is something that you have already set up by yourself. So that is unique to just you. Once you're in, you are then going to jump into what's called our In Touch platform. So In Touch, this is two things for you. Number one, it is your CRM, and number two, it is your website. CRM stands for Customer Relation Management System, and website stands for website. So to access the whole entire system, I'm going to click into Dashboard. That will open up the entire In Touch platform, and what we land on to begin is going to be your CRM side of the platform. So we've got in here, if I click on for dashboards, this is going to give me pretty much an overview of how my entire account is operating. Contacts, this is really where the CRM, the true form of the CRM comes through. So this is where you're actually going to want to add all of your contacts. And you can see here all of the different categories that we can include for everybody, any of your past clients, current existing clients, any prospects, anybody at all. Even if you didn't, you are able to include anybody in here. So if you want to just use this as your regular, phone book for any and all, you absolutely can as well. I actually know some agents who are doing that, and that's how they keep in touch nowadays with their family. Once you have a contact, and I've been telling many of you during our concierge appointments, add yourself as a contact. That way you can see how the entire system operates, whether you are adding yourself so you can see how the marketing operates, or sending a listing, whatever that looks like. There's a lot of widgets that are opened as soon as you have contacts listed in here. So I would definitely just add yourself. Use a personal email address, just so you can play around to see what kind of gadgets are opened. One of those awesome gadgets is going to be right here under listings. You can start sending people listings straight through your website. That's pretty awesome. Marketing, we have an entire marketing center. Now, Coldwell Banker just loves to give options. So we have many options to, to do the same function. It's mostly upon you to figure out, how you like to work and what systems. Some systems work better for certain types than other systems. And so we like to make sure you have many options for you to do the same, whatever item you're looking for. So I mention that because in this marketing center, you have email marketing and print marketing, but you also out here back in your NRT Gateway, you also have email marketing and you have print marketing here with PourFact and Express Docs. So just multiple opportunities to do different items. So marketing, you're going to get different templates depending on what system you use, and there are differences in the functionality of items as well. But you do have that built in here to your CRM system, and that's really nice sometimes because if you're going to start having all of your clients listed in here, you will want to use the capabilities in here to make it very simple to send them specifically an email around a certain topic versus sending an entire email blast that you would through New Panda. So I actually want to go into some of these campaigns. I'm going to click on campaigns, and again, I'm under marketing, and then I clicked campaigns. I'm going to browse campaigns, and I just want you to know that these are available to you. All of these campaigns are something that you can add people to once you add them as a contact. So again, another one of those widgets that'll open once you do have a person as a contact. Add somebody, and again, when I said, include yourself, that way you have kind of a point of reference to play with, and it's okay if you mess up on that contact because it's just you. That way you can see that what I would recommend is add yourself to a campaign, any one of the campaigns, or do them all. I know many agents actually that add themselves to every single campaign that InTouch offers, which I think is a great idea as well. You can do that, just select whichever campaign from the contact screen that you want to put them on, and then this is going to send them emails based off of this topic. So close of escrow, I would want to put the day that I close on a home with a client of mine, I will then add them to this campaign. They will receive 9 emails following with 3 activity steps in there. The activity steps can be reminders for myself. Maybe, one of those is to call them. That clearly is not going to be an email that's sent to them, but it's a reminder to myself to actually do something. So really, really great and comprehensive campaigns here that you can utilize. I adore these campaigns a lot. You also have a help tab here. If you click Help, Training, and Support, this takes you to Market Leader's website. This is a great resource to use if you ever have any questions on how this system is operating, or just any questions at all on a certain portion of the system. This is going to be a great resource. We've got a Getting Started series that I recommend everybody try out. It's an entire webinar that you can watch, and I think it's 3 webinars. You can also download the PDFs just to give you a good overview of what's included in your entire package here with InTouch. This is something new, so we will soon enough be giving trainings on the mobile app. This is something that just was released by InTouch, and so if you would like to test it out, by all means, feel free to, but you can all text 31216, and you're going to text mobile to that number, and it's going to give you instructions on how to download the app. And then you can actually get the Market Leader InTouch app on your phone and be able to work with the entire InTouch platform straight from your device. You currently can now if you just create a shortcut of NRT Gateway on your phone, and that's actually what I have set up to mine. And there's a mobile version of InTouch. It's not an app, it's just the mobile version. So I would still log in from my phone to NRT Gateway, except when I click on InTouch, I'm taken to the mobile version of it. It's not going to look like my desktop version. It's not going to look like this. And again, it's not an app, but it's just this really slick mobile version. I actually, it's kind of odd, but I actually learned the InTouch system off of the mobile version, and I thought it was incredibly simple. So that's an option as well. You also have your upgrade options. We've got a basic account, and you also have a pro account. If a pro account is something that interests you, please do read through some of these added benefits that you get by going pro. You can also just send a little email here to click Get Started. That's going to allow a market leader, a representative, to give you a call and talk to you about, maybe some of your business reasons for wanting or not wanting to go pro, and they can talk with you through that. That does come at a cost of $175 a year, but you get a ton of beautiful benefits tied to that pro account. So regarding some of your settings, again, this should just be all overview for those of you that I've met with, and this should be hopefully some helpful information for those of you who I haven't. So if you find your name in the top right corner, you're going to click on My Account, and this takes us to an area where we get to correct some of our admin items. So you're going to want to click Edit, make sure your name is showing the way that you want it to show. A lot of us, if my name was Michael and I tend to go by Mike only, this is a place where you can alter that and have that same Mike. You want to include your license number. Either decide if you're going with broker associate or realtor. If you're doing realtor, ensure that you have the right qualifications to use that title. You can have your phone numbers listed in here, and then this website will give you your website name. If anybody ever forgets what their website name is, it's right in here. If you scroll to the bottom, this is where you can link your photos. So you're going to want to just upload your photos to your website image as well as your marketing image. Simple enough there. Right above that, if you click Add Social Media, you're just going to want to choose whichever social media you feel like adding. Let's say I chose Facebook, and then I'm just going to type my URL. That means if I were to go to my Facebook page, the URL I'm looking for, I need to go to my home screen. This is what I'm looking for. This is the URL. So I'm going to take that, and then I'm going to come back to InTouch, and then I simply copy and paste. Save that, and that is going to add the Facebook link to my website. That's what I'm doing here with all of these links. If you do not have social media accounts, number one, I think you should get some, or one at least, and I would recommend Facebook. But if you don't have them set up, why don't you use the companies? So you can come over here, and this URL, and I don't even need that last little portion. I will type this in the chat box as well, so everybody has this. But this is a great resource just in case you don't have your own items set up. At least you can link people to something. So I just typed it in the chat box, so you guys all have this web address here, but it's just facebook.com/CB Colorado. This would be great just because it just shows some, some items here on the Colorado company as a whole. So nothing that you wouldn't want any clients to see. Really good stuff. And this is even just a great page for you to come on and start taking content for your own social media. So if you haven't come onto this page yet, please do so. Like the page. That way you can get updated of everything, or you can receive updates of all of the stuff that Colorado Coldwell Banker puts out. And link it back to your own social media. Use it for your own gain. That's what it's all here for. So back to InTouch. Again, you're just going to want to fill this out. This is another piece that I do want to mention right now on this call as well. This is our Colorado blog. This is coloradohomestyle.com. So I'm also going to type this one, coloradohomestyle.com, in our chat box. There it is. Y'all have that link there as well. And this is Coldwell Banker's lifestyle blog. So if you notice, it's not something that's just, strictly I come in here and I see real estate. It's all about lifestyle. So everything that we love about Colorado, all new news, anything that we're interested in here in our entire state is what we like to post on here. And the idea is just get people here, get people visiting, get people talking. This is a great idea, something great to mimic for your own website on your own on your own blog on your website. If you went pro, you would have a blog and you can take some of the content from here. But again, great stuff just to share onto your own social media. So lots of great resources. We do as much as we can, or we try to at least do as much as we can to ensure that you have things at your fingertips to make your life easier. You do have to hit some buttons, but we provide the content and the thinking portion of it. So hopefully that does help. The next item, you're going to want to come into Office Info over here on your left-hand panel. Just ensure that all of this information is correct. And activity alerts. Please go through your activity alerts and make sure that everything is turned on. Again, if you and I met, all of these items should have already been done during our meeting. Okay, let's actually look at your website. So I'm going to copy this website, And yours look somewhat similar to this. So you can see here, we are live on the site. If I do search, we've got 5 pages here that you are given through the basic account. If you have the pro account, you get 2 additional pages. One is called Market Insider, one is called the blog, and then you can also add additional pages with that pro account. So what I wanted to show very quickly was simply how to edit your site. So this was my example from last time, which I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to come back into InTouch. Oops, not there. I'm going to come back into InTouch over here. Sorry, I got too many windows open now. And now I'm going to find my name in the top right corner, and I'm going to click Website. This takes me to the back end of the website, which is very simplistic, and I love. So if you go through here, I can click on any one of these items in here, and that's going to control a certain portion of my site. So for now, I wanted to show you how you can manipulate the actual pages of your site. You're first going to click on Pages. You find your drop-down. Now this drop-down menu, Home, Sell, Communities, About, and Partners, this drop-down menu correlates to my page names here. So exactly the same. You can probably guess what I want to do, which is I want to go to my About page right now. And I actually want to edit. So this time I'm going to say, hi everyone. Thanks for spending your afternoon with me. And maybe I want to make, thanks big. Perfect. And I want to maybe add a background color to it. Perfect. You get the idea, you get where I'm going with it. I'm just trying to show you how simple it is with your toggles. It's just like Microsoft Word. You've got your toggles right up here to use. So I'm just going to click Save. And if I go back to my website, I can refresh. And there's my edits in real time. So very, very simple. You can also add images. You can add video. It is set to be quite simple. Now, I will say one thing on adding your images and video. Chrome is a brilliant browser to use when you're doing this, or Firefox if you're on a Mac as well, but I still stand by Chrome even on the Macs. I'm currently on a Mac and I still use Chrome for the most part. So sometimes if you're having a little bit of difficulties in Internet Explorer, I tend to get out of Internet Explorer and go back into Chrome. So Chrome is the answer, I would say, for a lot of some of those kind of weird technical things that you might be getting. You wouldn't know it until it actually happens, but maybe a button isn't there or something like that. So I would definitely play with your InTouch system in Chrome. Okay, moving us back over here. The rest within here are all items, again, like I said, that you can just click through. If it has this Pro button, it's, again, made for the Pro user. So any questions at all on InTouch, please feel free to chat them in the chat box. I'm here standing by. I've got it in my view, so just let me know. Let me know if you do have any questions, and I'm happy to help or answer those questions as we're going through the rest of the presentation. All right, next I want to go right into our next guide, which is CB Agent Info. CB Agent Info is our company intranet. So this company intranet, please log in. I've already logged in. I may have just timed myself out, so I'm clicking the button again. CB Agent Info, again, we try to make it very simple, and we mimicked Google. And so we have our big search bar right at the center of the screen, so you can't miss it. And anything that you're looking for should be found right behind this search bar. So I just mentioned to you, and I like using this as an example because it's a good one, but if I just mentioned to you earlier about adding images and video to your website on InTouch, I can come in here and type in how to add images to my website. And right here, InTouch tips and tricks, adding images to your InTouch website. This is going to give me a guide on what I need to do to add images to my website. So very simple guide. Somebody just about 2 hours ago asked me, I'm looking for the form that you use to fill out when I want to send an outgoing referral. So So we came in here and typed in outgoing referral form. Outgoing referral form, perfect. So you can get the idea. Just come in here, and again, it's not Google, it's just, kind of our own intranet for Coldwell Banker, Colorado. So if there's anything specific to our company here, this is where you want to come to look for any of your information. If you've got a lot of time on your hands and you're just wondering, you want to browse, you're a browser. I can be a browser too, probably not for something like this, more so if you put me in the clothing store, but if you're a browser, which a lot of us are, you don't really have a reason to come in here and search for something, but you'd like to know what's behind here. What you're going to want to do is click on Classic View. If I click Classic View, this actually gives you buckets of information. So all of the stuff that you see here is behind that, clean white bar that we have as you come into CB Agent Info. But again, this is made for the browser. So if you just want to come in and search around for anything that you might find interesting. Maybe you want to know about our awards program. Maybe you want to know about ColdwellBankerHomes.com. Any one of these things, you can come in here, browse, and just kind of click around and see some of the items that are available to you. 10-minute listing video, that might be interesting, and you wouldn't necessarily know to, quote-unquote, Google that or CB Agent Info it, but you can definitely be able to find some of that stuff here. The other note that I want to make is on our calendars. So calendars now are currently being moved elsewhere. And so what you want to do to look at any calendar, whether that's going to be the company calendar or your office calendar, is you are going to go to www.cbcalendars.com. I'm also adding this one to the chat box so you guys all have the links on your own screens. CBCalendars.com. And this is where you can find all events that are scheduled for the company. So what you land on is going to be the entire company. So we've got Star 90 beginning next Wednesday, March 1st. For those of you who have not started your class, please do register for the class beginning here on March 1st, which is next Wednesday. To do that, please go to cbstar90.com and you can register for the class there. The Wednesday class will be held here at the DTC office in Inglewood, so come on down. But back to the calendars. Right under here, your office events. You can click on whichever office you're a part of. So I'm going to click on Southeast Metro, and you can see everything that's going on here in the Southeast Metro office. So good stuff, great resource here for you anytime you're wondering what's going on. On the education side, we've got CE classes that you can come in here and find out that. I'll find out the schedule. I usually get an email about that pretty regularly about when our CE classes are offered. Star 90, you can come in here. GRI, CRS classes, any advanced learning classes, and of course we have all of our broker concierge classes listed in here, as well as any of the brand, CB brand classes. Lots and lots of educational information all housed here in cbcalendars.com. Pretty nifty. And I am still in CB Agent Info, so I think that's about it on CB Agent Info. Unless there are any questions, please, again, feel free to chat away. Next is not Homebase In Touch. Hopefully you no longer have this in your NRT Gateway. It should have gone away because we no longer use that. It's all here in your big In Touch. We do have, though, Homebase Insight. Homebase Insight is a showing report. So this one is really nice because, excuse me, what this does is if you have a listing, this is really made for any of us who have a listing, but you would come in here and, give me one sec. What you're going to do in here is actually create a report for your listing to show your clients how much traffic your listing is receiving. So if you pull an entire report, it's going to give you all of the websites that you're getting hits on, which is amazing. And you can send that to your client to let them know, one, that you're doing your job in promoting their house. But two, what we found this is really helpful for, especially in today's market, when people think that they can get $1 million for their $200,000 home, you can show them, we've had all of these hits here to your home in the last day. This is only a day, from February 18th to February 19th. So we have all of these hits. We've had, let's say you've held already an open house or 2 open houses and no offers. So this might be a really good indicator on renegotiating that sales price. Maybe we want to drop it down a little bit. So, you can be creative in how you want to use it, but the goal in it was just to help you communicate more with your clients and letting them know and showing them all of the stuff that you continue to do for them. Currently, if you have a listing, you should be receiving a report in your inbox every single Monday. You can either just forward that straight out, you can print it, show it to them, or you can come in here and create your own. So however you see fit, but that is Homebase Insight. Next, we have Exchange. Exchange is the Coldwell Banker. It's basically the NRTGateway of the entire Coldwell Banker world. So if I click into Exchange, yours may look a little different, but within this tile here, what you're doing is it's giving you access into Coldwell Banker at large, into all of those resources. So you have enough of a resource with your NRTGateway. There's a lot going on for you in the NRTGateway, and we've sourced out those companies, and we've got experts in those fields to give you those platforms, which are the tiles in your NRTGateway. And then here in your Exchange account, these are going to be just additional company items. So if I go to dashboard, for example, and like I said, mine is looking a little different than yours. So whenever you came in, you can click on your menu option, and your menu option should look exactly the same. So you've got CBU Learning Center, you've got some marketing resources, you can look at some of the reporting tools. This, again, it's just an additional resource, but I will tell you that for the most part, you're covered with everything going on in your NRTGateway. As if this wasn't overwhelming enough, you kind of got you've got a lot of these items as well built into your CB Exchange. So the one thing that you do want to ensure in here is you have your Coldwell Banker profile. Now, again, if we met, we set this up already. So you don't need to come in here and activate that anymore. If we have not met, you're going to want to come in here and you click on View Agent Dashboard, and then you're actually going to go to View Profile from that location, and that is where you get to sign into your account. So I'm going to close out of these ones. If right now this one is saying that the profile is inactive, you always want yours to show as active. If you landed on coldwellbanker.com, which that's what mine drives me to, yours may not though. You can just come over here you're going to find the top right corner and you're going to log in. So I showed you a little, actually it was my last class, never mind. So you would just come into this top right corner and it's going to say log in. Click that, and then you're going to scroll to the bottom and it will say View Agent. Are you an agent? Click here. That's what you're going to click, and then you use your NRTGateway credentials. This is all if you went to coldwellbanker.com independently of us being in the NRTGateway. So just another way to access coldwellbanker.com. But truly for us being with the Coldwell Banker Colorado company, we have everything that we need for our business back in the NRTGateway. So our next item is going to be MarketQuest. MarketQuest is a service that you can use to pull up any market stats. You're just looking at market trends. I can do anything, pull stats on a certain property type. Let's say that I have a client who's only interested in condos. I want to look at only, the history of sales of condos in a certain area. So I would only look at condos, REO properties or non-REO probably. I'm going to just search for all. I want to see everything available. I would list my price range within here. I've got my date ranges. It's just to pull your reports. But truly, I do think so. A lot of the items that we have, you might think as a new associate with Coldwell Banker, I don't have any of that yet. So I don't have a client yet. I don't have somebody to work with yet. I think MarketQuest is phenomenal for you because you can use this to help you become an expert in either a neighborhood that you're wanting to really hone in on. Maybe it is condos. Maybe you're looking into those downsizing clients, or the younger generation of folks who now are coming into money and who can who can't necessarily afford a single family, but maybe can do a condo. Maybe, that is going to be your bread and butter. So you want to use this tool to help you pull reports on any market trend at all so that you can position yourself as the expert in this area. So again, really, really great tool. We have another tool as well that's a good one to give clients. I like this one specifically to help you learn the way that the information is presented when you make your report. It's not as friendly to look at as some of our other offerings that we give. So that's why I like this one for you, so that you can learn off of the bar graphs and the pie charts that they do give. But truly, if you're going to give something to a client to try to educate them, you should have done your homework here, and then you would give them something that they can actually understand a little bit more clearly. So that is MarketQuest. Next is this rewards, R-E-wards. If I click in here, what this is it's giving you an overview of our awesome referral program. So this is made for all NRT Coldwell Banker agents. This is our referral program so that you can help if you know anybody, if you have any past colleagues or anybody that you think would be a good fit for the Coldwell Banker business model, anybody who you think Coldwell Banker can help explode their business, and perhaps they're already in the business and they just need that extra support that Coldwell Banker can give. This is a great program for you to look into, so you can see all of the offerings that you are going to be given, all of the opportunities and advantages of you referring a friend, a colleague of yours, so that they can take advantage of the resources that you also have, and then you can actually earn dollars based off of the people that you have referred. So really awesome program. And it's just a way that we are able to continue this wonderful culture that we have grown here in our Coldwell Banker family, and just invite you to invite your friends, and like I said, any business relationships that you've made, just to continue this spark that we have here in the Coldwell Banker company. Great stuff. So go through this and see all of the fun things that you can earn if you just send over a name and bring them on board with you. Next, we have our agent earnings. Agent earnings, okay, so mine is not going to take us through this. If you have not created your secure PIN yet, you're going to want to do that. What this is going to do, though, is actually give you access into viewing all earnings earned on your part for any transaction that you've worked on. So anything that's coming out of your commission, or anything, that's coming out of your transaction, whether that's your commission or any fees paid, anything at all having to do with that transaction, you can pull an itemized report straight through agent earnings. So for those of you who have been with us for a few months or longer and had some transactions in 2016, this is actually a great place to come and pull your reports for your tax accountant. So if tax season is right around the corner, well, we're in tax season, everybody should have their W-2s and 1099s out there nowadays. So if you have all of that, you can also pull this information to show a breakdown of all of the commissions earned, and as well as any of the fees and things like that paid out through that transaction. Good reporting tool here. Coldwell Banker e-marketing platform, the great and glorious New Panda. So I can click into here, and this is our email marketing system. New Panda is so incredibly simple to use. It's probably one of my favorite tools that we do have in Coldwell Banker. It's very simplistic. I like when things can be simple. So this system is most widely known for our ADP. Every single month, the company loads a newsletter into your account, and that newsletter will be blasted to all of the contacts that you have loaded in your New Panda account. So anytime that things can be simpler for my life, or anytime that I don't have to do something and something's done for me, then awesome. You have my vote, and that is really what New Panda is. It's really nice to come in here, and you can also create your own messages. So I just told you about the messages that the company created. If you do nothing at all, let's at least get your contact database loaded into New Panda so that people can start receiving and seeing your name in their inbox every single month. you will always receive an email to let you know that the newsletter is ready to go and it's going to be sent on a certain day at a certain time. You can come in here, go to your messages, and you can actually view some of it. So if I looked at, let me look for one of our newsletters. This is our February newsletter. I want to go ahead and edit it. I can click my edit button, and it actually allows me to edit anything that I'd like. So I can come in here and, like I just said, edit anything that I want. Do it all. I can save and continue right up. Well, once I actually make a change or do something like that, the save and continue button will come up and I can move on to my next screen. But I just wanted to preview this because I want you all to see what these newsletters actually look like outside of the edit feature. This is what your clients would see, or anybody who's receiving this. So nice and clean. You don't have any of that weird spacing or those lines or anything like that. Really nice piece. Everything is specific to Colorado. We do have writers who write this every single month and make sure that it's all about our market, and we include information about that. So good stuff in here. These are wonderful newsletters. And like I said, you don't have to do a thing except get your contact database loaded in there. So make sure, if you haven't already, make sure you're working on that database so you can get that placed into your new Panda account. So the other thing that I was going to mention is you can also create your own messages. If I click on Create New, that is going to take me into an area where I can create my own. I wouldn't necessarily start with your own because that means you're starting from scratch and need to have some HTML experience. If you do, by all means, jump in there and have a great time. I do not have HTML experience, nor do I want to jump into that world. So I'm going to start with a template. And once I have my templates, I can come in here and I can see all of the different content that's available to me to start doing any of my own email creation. I can click on Animal Edition, for example. Let's say I'm, a part of a dog walk club, and I can look for anything in here that has something to do with dogs. Oh, I actually do have a little Dachshund, so that called my name. That's funny. Is bath time stressing you out? For those of you who have dogs and give baths, some of them get very stressed out. But anyway, so you can come in here, you can edit anything you want, but everything is ready to go. So you don't, I talk about editing only to let you know that you have the option to edit, but you don't have to. Who has the time to do all of these things? That's why it's here for you. So you're going to come in here, you can do anything, change anything you want or not, and then just hit your save and continue, follow through, and it's always going to prompt you on what to do next. You can send this out to your entire database that you have loaded in New Panda. You can select certain people to send it to from your database in New Panda. You can add a new email address, when you're prompted. So lots of different options in there. And then the last thing that I was going to mention within here as well, just about creating the new, I'm not totally done with New Panda yet. You also have listing marketing. So you can click on listing marketing, and this is where you're going to upload your property details. You can upload some photos, and you can start blasting the world about your new listing. Now, if you bought into the listing rewards program, though, for a listing, this is done for you. You're still going to have to come in here and actually hit send, but it's already done for you with your property details and your photos. So that's nice. Okay, coming over here, you're going to click on settings, and I just want to quickly go through how you make sure that your account is set up specific to you. Again, if we were together already, this has been done for you. Display info, make sure all of your information is displaying correctly, and you're concerned about that display name. Again, that goes back to the Michael Mike example that I gave earlier. Contact info, make sure you have your correct email address and your website name. Make sure your cell phone number is in here, and then add your office address. Some people like to just include a city name versus adding a specific address. By all means, feel free to do that as well. Images, you're going to want to choose your file and upload your file so that all of your emails are being sent with that message in there. With your photo in that message. Next, you're going to click on social networks, and you can add, once again, your social networks in here. Now, same goes as what I was saying with InTouch. If you are not, if you are not on social media, please be sure that you at least use some of the Coldwell Banker ones in here. Now, here's the biggest piece. In addition to that AVP monthly newsletter, for New Panda that's really nice. New Panda will also post to your social media if you wanted them to. So what you would do for that is you're going to click on Manage Social Networks. So bear with me, everybody, because this is where like the excitement happens. You're going to click on that Manage Social button, and then you choose any one of these social media items that you want to connect with. So for example, let's say I think I have my Facebook open now, but okay, so I'm not even connected on there. I have my Facebook open on my computer. I'm going to say connect with Facebook. And just like that, I got connected. Mine went so quickly because I've had it connected before, but all you're going to have to do is click a few OKs, and then yours comes up here and it gets connected. So that's step one. Now, if you have a Facebook business page, you're going to want to connect with Facebook pages, not this. So this is your personal Facebook account. This is your business Facebook account. And then you can also do Twitter and you can do LinkedIn. And again, what this is doing is it's giving New Panda access into your social media so that New Panda will post content on your social media. Oh, no problem, Ryan. Good luck on the listing appointment. I saw your chat come in. Thanks for joining. Next, once you have your social media added in here, what you're going to do is click on Messages. And this time, you're going to go beneath the autopilot settings and you're going to click Social Posts. This now is going to allow me to connect. I'm going to tell New Panda exactly the subject matter that I would like for them to post for me. So I've got AVP events, I've got general interest and engaging questions, monthly real estate newsletter postings, real estate headlines, and U.S. holidays and events. Those are the ones that I would recommend posting if you are going to allow New Panda access. So when you do that, what you want to do is, let's say that I wanted AVP events and promos to post to my Facebook account. I'm going to click on that. It adds my social media right beneath, and I'm going to click on Facebook. That now means that my Facebook news feed is going to be receiving content on our AVP events. Why wouldn't I want my AVP events posting to Facebook? I have no good reason not to do that. Those AVP events are made for you. Those are the client appreciation events that we host every year. So we have a few of them at least once a quarter, and we're doing, we've got our Night at the Rockies. That's our biggest one that we do, and I want the world to know everything that I'm doing for my clients. So that's a fabulous one to have on Facebook. Anyway, any questions at all on this social media one? Because I love this capability. It will post to your accounts beginning on Tuesdays of every week. So there will be a couple posts going out every week. And same like those monthly newsletters, you're always going to get an email to let you know that a post is being scheduled and will be posted, and you can have the opportunity to come in and delete it or edit it as you see fit in the same modality as we talked about earlier. So there is that. And that is all in New Panda. So I am going to pop us out of New Panda, and we are done with that guy for now. Next is Cole Realty Resource, and I've been taking a lot of phone calls on this, on Cole Realty. Phone calls from agents asking what this is and how they can, where they can go to get what they're wanting. And what they're wanting are email addresses and cell phone numbers, and Cole Realty Resource is your number for that. So here is where you're going to come in and actually garner those types of lists. Whether it's going to be a landline if you're interested in doing cold calls, whether it's a cell phone number, that's a big new one. And what they're promoting right now is getting those cell phone numbers surrounding any listing that you might have. So Ryan, you're going to be receiving this as a follow-up later on, and this might be a good idea. You went onto your listing appointment. I hope that you're going to grab that listing, and when you host your open house, you might want to come in here into Cole Realty Resource and look into some of their cell phone number options, availabilities that they have for you. So you would then call everybody surrounding that open house, let them know what's going on, that you're going to be hosting it at this certain time, certain day. You'd love to meet them. The house is going for this price point. And by the way, have you thought of, selling your house? I'd love to talk to you at the open house. Come by and visit me. Great use of the cell phone numbers. Same thing, you can also get email addresses if you wanted to do that. So great information here just to help you generate leads. In Star 90, both David and Jason talk a lot about having your revolving spinning plates and multiple going on at the same time. This can be one of your spinning plates, so good stuff there. Next, we're going to go into CoreFact. CoreFact is a print marketer for you. If you have ordered anything through Listing Rewards lately, I would say as of the last month or so, your items are now being ran through CoreFact. And so you would be directed to come into CoreFact and actually look at your proofs. But CoreFact is a print marketer. So you can come in here, you can order any of your print needs that you might have, postcards, brochures, anything of the sort. We've got a ton of templates in here for you to start using. One comment that I will make that I really do like about CoreFact is their customer service. So they're really good at doing strategic marketing for you. What I might suggest is giving their customer service a phone call and letting them know what your goals are, certain areas, what you're really trying for, and they're there to help you strategize an entire marketing plan for you. So that is really, really neat. This List Assist program is really awesome as well. Good stuff all around in CoreFact. What you're going to want to do is make sure you click on Account and go into Personal Information. And just make sure that all of your information in here is up to date. So make sure you've got all of that loaded and is to your liking. Whoops, clicked too many. To your liking, that way your account will have all of your pertinent information in here. That is all on CoreFact. Next, we're going to go to Listing Rewards. If I click on Listing Rewards, again, we do have an entire class on Listing Rewards, so I don't want to spend so much time going into the ins and outs of it. But Listing Rewards is our company program, and we've got a chat box, so that's nice. Listing Rewards is our company program where we have bundled marketing packages for you for your listing. So if you come into here and I click on Order Your Listing Rewards Package Now, that is how you're actually going to place your order. So this means that you've taken a listing, you know that it's going to go live soon, so you want to start getting all of your marketing ready to go. You're going to click on that order package. You want to fill out everything that you can. If you have all the information in the beginning, that's the better way to go about it. If not, no worries. You at least need to fill out the stuff that has the asterisk next to it. And then from that, you're just going to do your pay now. Pay now depending on which package you order. So I'm going to just keep scrolling right on down so you can see some of the packages. We've got our platinum package, our gold package, and that one's highlighted as the most popular because it definitely is our most popular. You can see all of the property marketing that you're going to be receiving on any of these listings. Now, very awesome. A lot of people don't realize that your photography is included in these package costs. So that is amazing. Sometimes, you can pay $400 alone on photography. We've done all of the thinking for you. We've subsidized lots of the costs and just, been able to package everything. So it just makes it very simple. Simple, simple, simple. If you click on this little guy here, and you can do that on any of them, the platinum package details, the gold package details, silver, bronze, so on and so forth. But I just want to click on one of them right now just so we can see specifically, because sometimes it's hard to be able to tell. This gives you everything in bronze and silver, and this. It's hard to go back and forth and find out what's different. So I like to just download the PDF. And then this shows me specifically what's available within that package. So I'm just on page 2. Now this is going to tell me all of the items that I get as a part of that gold package. So if you're wondering everything that you do get, this is it right here. So really good stuff in the entire CB Listing Rewards package. Spring Roadshows presentation. So we are actually going to be hosting our Spring Roadshows coming up very soon. I do recommend coming in and visiting with Chris, Kevin, and Todd as they are doing the roadshows in and around your office. But you will actually get to see some of the presentations here. You can click on those. And then, of course, if you have any questions at all on Listing Rewards, please call them at 303-409-6309. Next, we have Market Reports. Market Reports is also another class that we offer through our webinars. Market reports will allow you to give that beautiful presentation piece to your clients. So this is what I was referencing when I was talking about MarketQuest earlier, and MarketQuest can be utilized for you to kind of, make yourself the expert in the market, where Market Reports comes in, and it's going to allow you, it's going to spit out a really nice presentation piece for you to give to your clients. So I can click on Create Market Report. This is going to open up and start giving me all of my search opportunities to come in here and create pieces. Now, mine is not tied to an MLS. I'm not actually pulling some items up right now, but yours would. You can choose all of your different categories to start searching, and from there, it's going to just be a step-by-step that you can come back and do and create any other reports that you would like. So really, really great stuff in here, and what you're able to do too after the these already crossed out. What you're able to do after you have created your marketing report is you can actually start sharing your pieces. So I love being able to just share as much as I can, whether that's sharing to my website or sharing on social media. But that's probably one of the biggest assets here within your market report is that presentation that spits out following. You can get a PDF, you can email that out, you can post it directly to your website. You can get all of your shareable items within here, so you can get it out to the masses. Anything that you want with that PDF piece and with these nice shareable links here is going to be available to you. So that's where I said, the MarketQuest is really nice for you to be behind the scenes, learn your own information, but then utilize market reports to really wow the clients. And you can use this for both buyers and listers. Really good stuff, though, especially for those of you who maybe want to do some door knocking. So again, kind of adding into one of those other spinning plates. You guys talk about door knocking. I don't even know what I would give the people. Print out some market reports specific to that neighborhood that you're walking. If you live in a gated community, or if you want to go into a gated community, whatever it is, do your report, tailor it specific to that, because we all know that real estate is relative. And we're all concerned about the real estate market. I want to know what's happening next door. I want to know what's happening 3 doors down from me. I don't necessarily, if I'm living in Colorado Springs, I would not take value in you sending me a report on the Boulder market. Unless, of course, I said I'm interested in the Boulder market because that's where I'm moving. But you can see where I'm going with that. So I don't want necessarily an entire county or an area. I want something very specific, and market reports can give you that. So really, really good stuff, and just more information to give to your clients. Ignore this line here. That's nothing. ExpressDocs is another print vendor. So most of us are familiar with ExpressDocs. If I come into here, which I'm not going to click through this way, but ExpressDocs, I'm going to go through it here. Okay, so ExpressDocs within here will give you access to all marketing items that you might be interested in ordering, whether that's going to be postcards, again, pamphlets, brochures. If you need to order more business cards, you can do so here through ExpressDocs. We also have some stationery available, and as well as a little bit of cold banker swag. So anything that you might be interested in that you can feel and touch, ExpressDocs can house for you. So just come through and just browse. It's really just a store that you can come in. Everything does come at a different cost depending on what you order. And the beautiful thing is that they will also handle all of your mailing for you. So you can either upload a list to them, and that list I would suggest you get through Guardian Title, or you can request a list through ExpressDocs, and they will also supply you with a list, and they can handle the mailing. Again, all the cost varies depending on what type of item that you are interested in ordering, as well as the counts. So, just like anything, the more you order, the less it's going to cost. So that is ExpressDocs. Next, we have this really new guy here, direct deposit enrollment. This is awesome. So I'm not going to click into mine. Direct deposit enrollment, as well as your agent earnings, those are secure to your login only, and will house pretty sensitive information. It's dealing with your money. So if you click on your direct deposit enrollment, this is a new thing that we just actually released early this month only. So you all should have received an email on what the direct deposit enrollment is now offering, but basically we're offering you direct deposit as a way to collect your commission checks and anything of that nature. So it can be very simple for you rather than having, to take your paper checks and things like that. You now have your direct deposit. So feel free to click into yours and start setting yourself up with direct deposit if that's something that you are interested in. Next, we have coldwellbankerhomes.com admin. If I click right into here, this is your back end to Colorado Homes. Now, again, if we've met, I've done this for you. You have your profile already active on here, but Colorado Homes is synonymous with Coldwell Banker Homes. Same exact website. Don't let that throw you off. You are in the back end of Coldwell Banker Homes. What you're going to want to do is click into Agent Tools and Agent Profile, and that's going to give you access into your Colorado Homes profile. And your Colorado Homes profile, I just want everybody to see, Colorado Homes, if I do search for an agent office, Lori Pastori, lovely lady down in Loveland, this is the profile that you are creating with that back end. So you'll want to come into here, not here, excuse me, where we just were back in your back end, and that's what it is controlling. So if you go onto coloradohomes.com and look for yourself and don't see something that you like, then you need to come into your coldwellbankerhomes.com admin, and then you click on Agent Tools and Agent Profile, and that's going to give you access to update anything that you want. AR account. AR account is also one of those sensitive guys as well. Mine are always zeroed out, so that's okay on my end. But AR account is exactly what that is. It's your accounts receivable with your office. So this is having to do with anything in your office. These are your AVP is getting billed out through here. If you make 100 copies at your office, that's all being billed out in here as well. So if you have a question regarding any account balances in here, you definitely want to talk to your office administrator. They are the ones who can help you with that AR account. But again, this is another great a great reporting system for your accountant at the end of the year, or well, now for your 2016 stuff, it will pull all of your AR statements. Last two, we've got NRT Do Not Contact. So within this system, let's say you procure landline, any kind of phone numbers or any email addresses from a third party, and you want to make sure that they're not on the Do Not Contact, the Federal Registry Do Not Contact list. You can come in here and you can actually search your phone numbers. So I can enter any phone number that I want, and it's going to tell me whether or not that phone number has been added. You want to make sure, this is a lot of CYA in here, so you want to make sure that you're always covering yourself and your business, so you're not getting into any trouble with the people that you are soliciting. So make sure that any list that you do procure, make sure that you are running it against the Do Not Contact, so you're not breaking any rules. Oops, I didn't mean to get really loud. And last one is our preferred alliances. If you click in here, basically this is the Coldwell Banker coupon booklet. So you can come in here and look at all of the different discounts that you can get. There are some in here as well that you can gift if you wanted to do that to your clients. So really great stuff in here to do any of that. The home protection plan, this is a big one for not only you for your own home if you don't have something set up, but this is a great one that a lot of realtors like to gift as well. So if you're having trouble sometimes winning out some of these deals, adding in their protection plan for the seller. Let's say you're the buyer and you can add in there for the seller that you can gift that. Those are some of the great opportunities that you have available to you. So, regardless if it's not going to be a business item, in here maybe you need a new laptop. So with Dell, you can receive up to 27% off of a new laptop. So good stuff in there. Just come in here, like I said, it is your coupon booklet. So come in here and you can see all of the great stuff that you have available to you to use. So good in there. Ooh, this is great too. Anytime for all of the ink and all that. Lowe's, we've got a little partnership here with Lowe's. 10% off of retail products. Amazing. So anything like that you might be interested in, Coldwell Banker is offering that. So that's about it with your NRT Gateway. The very, very last thing that I did want to draw your attention to is this phone number down here, which is our help desk. The help desk is always there to answer your calls I say always, yet their hours are listed right below, but they are available Monday through Sunday, so every day of the week that you might need them. So I actually have this number saved in my phone. I would encourage you to do the same, 1-877-678-4357 or NRT Help. They are really good to help you with any one of these platforms within here. So we are on a ticketing system for our help desk if there are any questions that you might have from NRT Help. What you're going to do is you are going to open up a ticket. I'm sorry. What you're going to do is you're going to call in that help desk, and then you actually open up a ticket with them. So give them a phone call, let them know what your issue is. If they can't help you immediately, what they're going to do is they are going to issue you a ticket number. Save that ticket number, and you will be contacted by somebody who is specific to that platform. So for example, if you had an issue with New Panda, you would call in the help desk. You would let them know what the issue is. If they cannot help you with that issue, they would have given you a ticket. Hang up with them, and then you're going to expect a call from a New Panda representative to come back and to assist you with your question. Same goes for any of the other tiles as well. So again, it is that ticketing system. Make sure that you do save that ticket number. It does help sometimes, if the ticket number gets, or if, the queue gets a little messed up or backlogged or whatever it is, you have that ticket number as your evidence of calling that in and requiring some assistance on that. So if there is ever an issue with any of that, feel free. I'm always here if you have questions on something specific. I can help you. I can help you push along that ticket if that might be needed as well. I hope this was helpful on the NRT Gateway. If you do have questions as I'm closing up, please do feel free to chat them in. My contact information, you can always call me, you can always call me if you wanted as well, 303-409-6669. You can email me, Katrina, Katrina.debacco, DEBACCO, @coloradohomes.com. I'm more than happy to help you with anything at all, with any questions that you might have, not just, within the NRT Gateway, but even if you're still having some complications or confusions on anything having to do with your onboarding process or just getting going. There's a lot going on, so kudos to you for hanging in there. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this was helpful in just kind of showing you what's behind your NRT Gateway. And like I continue to say, I'm always here, so don't hesitate. I am friendly, and I'm here to help, so contact me. Thanks so much, everybody. Please do enjoy this beautiful weather that we're having today. Thanks for joining me, and have a great one.